these each are my least two favorite songs that we've done. Like I just don't like either one of them particularly.
No, no, no. I think we totally need to keep it because you said that.
Like,
I mean, first of all, I'm going to tell people to click like and subscribe to the page right now. As much as that comment may seem off color and off base a little bit, it's actually how YouTube works. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you actually like this is actually where you get to come and really say what you're really feeling, really think. As much as you don't like these records, it's like no, people need to hear that because people need a reason to like buy into something. You know, I think too often with these reaction videos, like
mhm.
people are actually maybe being a little too nice. I'm going to tell you what my first thought was. My first thought was, okay, this is the Metallica that I remember. They're the band that play.
I don't know why we're having technical difficulties. This is the Metallica that I remember too. This is definitely the like or earlier Metallica, like the Master of Puppets kind of Metallica, not the
Yeah,
give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire part
there.
Metallica.
This is the Metallica that I remember because I remember them being the guy. I mean, this is the black guy. You know, the younger
Mm-hmm.
black guy doesn't know anything about like rock music or pop or
Yeah.
metal or anything. Like, no, no, no. This is the band that plays the guitar just like too damn much.
It's like yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like almost like to ad nauseum. And it's
Hmm.
like, oh, when this record started off, I was like, yep, I'm like, that's them.
Yep.
And you look at the song, it's 7.5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, that's them.
Hmm. Yeah.
First of all, I want to just say we get it. Like your Metallica,
Hmm.
everybody has to update their formula and change their format to the times. And
Yeah.
so I think the biggest issue with this record,
Hmm. We're talking about Metallica's 72 seasons, not the album, but the song. Just to be
yes,
because
yes, yes, and I even get the theme, but well, it's 2023,
hmm
and you make 7.5 minute songs with 2.5 minute guitar riff lead ins. I wouldn't
yeah.
even call it a like a whole
There's like three different parts, I think, maybe four.
right, not
Yeah.
even a like it's like literally a composed sheet of music
Hmm.
that you played like the full sheet, like and turned a couple pages before you
Yeah.
like the record. You just can't afford to do that anymore, even if you have a core following.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
like
that's what
going to
they're
be
looking for. I don't know.
right. I don't know. Not as one of the first singles though. It's
Mm-mm.
like you do that on your album. 7.5 minutes, two and a
Yeah,
half minutes,
I think this was their second single off there. The first one's called Lux Eterna, and it is like that one's like 3.5 minutes.
3 minutes and 45 seconds. Now is like borderlining on losing people's attention unless the song is
Hmm.
brilliant. So it's like
We say as we're here making 20-minute videos, but whatever. Yeah, pot and kettle, right? The thing that I was going to start with this one was nobody should listen to or really care about my opinion about Metallica. Like I know because I'm not a metalhead. I know I'm like their target audience. I'm a 42-year-old white guy, but like it's not. Um, it's not my thing. It never has been my thing. My roommate in college loved playing Metallica, like Master of Puppets era Metallica, like mid '80s Metallica, on the guitar, along with Rush and Zeppelin and stuff like that. So when he wanted to like really go like that kind of stuff, then he would do the Metallica, like the old Metallica stuff. And I grew to like respect it. Like the craft of it's really good. I mean, like they're incredible guitar players. They're incredible musicians, but it's not something that I would personally choose to listen to. And like it's cool to shit on Metallica from both sides in the modern world, kind of like you just did, saying like you got to update your formula. These old guys trying to play this kind of shit that you played in the '80s. Um, but they're also their fans have been asking them to do that for a while too. I think like they've been kind of gone
right,
away from it and they're trying to come back to it. So it's not super different in conversation from Nas, where they're trying to say, please remake Master of Puppets again, right? It's that
right,
kind of argument. But it's also like they're also shit on from the metal god side, from like you guys sold out with Enter Sandman and stuff like that. Because everybody knows Enter Sandman. And the Black Album was what, 91 to ish, early 90s. I think. Don't hold me to that. I am not a Metallica fan, so
really
I
not.
am not um do not quote me on the dates here, but I do want to be this to be. I wanted to set this up because it's important to me. Like I'm not setting this up because it's cool to shit on Metallica. Like that's not like I'm not like just lining up to take a crap or whatever. But like It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. And the point I'm making, I guess, is that there's not really much of anything they could have done that would have been my thing, right? Like, so I don't say don't listen to me, but like it's just not my deal.
You're saying proceed with caution because I'm not a
Yeah,
big fan.
yeah.
Um, okay, so I'll try to look at a perspective when we're doing these reaction videos. I try to
Hmm.
look at like a casual fan
Yeah,
who hasn't heard the artist before, and then like a fan who has heard the artist before.
right.
And having heard the artist before, they've obviously done better stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And I think just not to be funny, it's like when you're in their age bracket and demographic, and you made the Nas reference with the hey, make that old stuff, and it's like Nas isn't the only MC that kind of gets that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z has
Right.
on X on Blueprint 3, he's like Jay says, niggas want my old shit, buy my old albums,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah.
I think one thing that I've just learned from, these past few years of podcasting
Hmm.
is that there are so many young and impressionable music minds out
Hmm.
here. I just think it behooves you as somebody that has a core following
Yeah.
to kind of say fuck them a little bit and go get you some new fans. And
Yeah.
so you can feed your base to a fault because
Yeah.
it's like how many of these people that have been wanting them to make this music even still listen to Metallica like that? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Exactly. Yeah.
are playing their old stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't have a problem with the record. I think the record is solid. It's just something about the formula does feel a little,
Yeah.
you know, time dated.
One of the
Even if,
things that one of the notes that I made was that I think it's pretty good musically for what it is, and I think it succeeds in
yes,
what it's trying to do. Right? It's
yes.
just what it's trying to do is not something that my ear enjoys.
I mean, how about this? I think it would have been just much more enjoyable. I don't know, had they, cut about 4 minutes off. You,
Yeah.
like literally, there's like 5 minutes of guitar playing.
Yeah. And dude, I like guitar playing. I do. Not this kind particularly, but like I do love guitar playing. But like it's when I pulled this up, um, we were deciding whether to do Lux Eterna or this song, because the album Metallica 72 Seasons album just came out. What's today? Sunday? It came out Friday. And Lux Eterna had been out for like a few months, so I wanted to pick the one that the song or the single ish that was newer, right? That had probably less reaction stuff out on YouTube and
Mhm.
less stuff out. And then I saw it was like 7.5 minutes. I'm like, okay, okay, we can do this. And like, I have a lot of patience for a lot of music. Like, I don't mind. And I struggled listening to the whole thing. I did. I did. And like, I did, and I listened to it at
I mean,
breakfast
I've,
yesterday. I listened to
I've,
it at breakfast yesterday, like with a headphone, and I was like,
I've known you
mm,
since I was 15 years old. I don't think I've ever heard you say that about a song.
yeah, yeah. It's
You're
again,
about
it's not my thing.
as
It's just not.
well. You're about as a fair and unbiased person as I've ever met, too. And so you have a tendency to give everything a chance and every like,
Hmm.
not just
Yeah.
musically. So it's like, I mean, that just makes me think that the record's bad.
I mean, again, I'm saying it for me. All right. I'm not saying it's bad in the universal sense that people shouldn't like it and you should not buy the album. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't like it. Like it is not my thing. Okay. It is not mine. And you can
Oh,
tell me in the comments why I'm wrong, but
oh
is just not my deal. It's just not.
no, it's. I mean, like I said, I wasn't enthralled about it. How about this? You know how many you know this because obviously we've done the show quite a bit.
Hmm.
How many times have you kind of like fed me a song, and I've been like, this right here makes me want to listen to the whole album.
Several.
This was not that. So when you're
No.
all of this, that's why I'm like, oh well, damn, is it any? Because I like
Right.
you, I like guitar playing, big
Oh
Jimi
yeah.
Hendrix and big Santana fan.
Oh
Everybody
yeah.
knows Prince fan that I am. So it's like, guitar players, So
Hmm.
I do like to hear the guitar. I don't necessarily like to hear it like this too. And you want to know what my honest thought was?
What?
God, this come off as so shady. It's like, man, this is why I like Led Zeppelin more.
No, no, Zeppelin is, yeah, I love Zeppelin. And I love, and Zeppelin has lots of fast guitar playing in it too. I mean, some of their songs do. And it's just,
It's
it's just not
different.
this.
Yeah, it's not this. It's different too.
Um,
Zeppelin's different. I think it
one
might be
one of
just
the things that I did like last night while I was giving my 4 year I have a 4 year old daughter, and I give her a bath at night, as a normal part of the evening routine. And I played both of these songs. I'll tell you what she said about the Drake song too. I played both of the songs for you, and she made it through 30 seconds or so of it because I started like part of the way into it. And when he started singing and she started crying and said, "Can you please turn this off?" So like now Metallica fans and Metallica may think of that as a compliment that you scare a 4 year old girl, but like that's the and she is um how do we say she 4 year olds are not known for being patient with things. So she is much more of a straight shooter than I am. Like, not that I'm telling you untruths, but like you said, I'll give people and things a chance, right? And she's just like, got that shit. Mm-mm.
First of
Nope.
all, this is the more hilarious moments that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
I'm a believer, and it's Sunday, so I'm going to tell you something that I often tell people: children don't lie because children don't know how to lie yet.
Yep.
And it's very, very keen on me as a believer out of the mouths of babes.
Yep.
And the scripture also says you're supposed to behave like a child, as in the spirit and the
Hmm.
intrinsic value of what a child thinks and feels is pure. And we as adults should behave that way. So
Yep.
if this record is making your 4-year-old child cry, and I don't mean tears of joy,
No. No.
buddy.
And she
Man,
is I'll
you
tell
see,
you as we go forward. I will tell you more about what she says about all of these things that we cover.
have you seen Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
While the juice in the hood, like the Wayne's brothers take message.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what I in my head when you were
I,
talking
I
about.
do you want to get into the lyrics of this at all, or is it not worth the?
I mean, I'm afraid that we're going to become more disrespectful in the
No,
process.
no, I don't. Again, I
No,
don't want to. We're gonna get yelled at by Metallica fans, and like
yeah, it's bad.
again, we're not. This is a show, and
They're not
one
all
of the
going
parts of this
to.
show intentionally is I'm looking for things, and we're looking for things, new stuff that we like, and like,
We're just
and as part of that, we have to be able to say, this is not really for me,
yeah,
right?
we're
Like,
going to have to probably say no to this and keep it pushing. What I will
okay.
say is, if you listen to the album,
Mhm. Have I listened to the whole thing? No,
yeah,
I listened to the Lux Eterna song, and I like that one. Like might be a stretch, but I like it better than this one. Like,
I'm so afraid to listen to it.
no, it's not. I have not listened to the rest of the album. No,
Well,
so if 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 somebody can come in the comments and tell us like if there are better songs like from this album to listen to, or there are things that I'm missing, or tell me why I'm wrong to not like Metallica or not like this album, that's fine. You are allowed to like it if you want to. That is fine. I'm not mad at that at all.
I just, I don't do 7.5 minute rap songs. I don't do 7.5 minute R&B. Matter of fact, the only Prince song that I even do that's that long is Adore. Like literally, the rest
Mhm.
of them, I'd be like, yo, like with the beautiful ones, I'd be like, yo, dude, it's like 5 minutes and 30 seconds, dude. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
That's Prince, Purple Rain, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, like
Chop chop, brother.
sometimes I literally like skip the beautiful ones and go to Computer Blue because it's like, no, that's my shit. And the beautiful ones is too long. And I'm a
Yeah.
big fan. And it's like I'm that way about Prince. So it's like imagine how I am about a 7.5 minute Metallica record.
Yeah. It's just not our thing. So it's probably a good place to cut it before we say anything more
this,
disrespectful.
this has been great.
It has been good. I'm like, again, I didn't want to come in here and
like
just be like,
like
let's shit on Metallica Day, but like, it's
the
not my
only thing
thing.
this is for this is like your daughter walking in right now, like, hey,
Yeah.
like just to fit for your fit. Oh, buddy. Can't wait for round two.
What's happening, y'all? Thanks for watching this whole video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so we can afford to do more of these. Take care, y'all.